Hello and welcome to Dark Pixie Gaming. Today we are going to play a Nancy Drew game. I had started this prior, but I had issues with recording, so we're just going to pick up. I didn't get very far at all, honestly. I'll let you know how far I got, but I didn't get very far at all. So we're just going to go ahead and get started into this game. I hope you enjoy.
Dear Hannah, well, I made it to Shadow Ranch, but I'm afraid all is not well. The Raleighs, the people who own the ranch, have been called away on some kind of emergency. They had Dave Gregory, he's their foreman, pick me up at the airport. He gave me a phone number, told me to call the Raleighs at that number as soon as I got settled in, and refused to tell me anything else. In fact, he barely said 2 words to me the whole ride to the ranch. What's worse, Bess and George aren't here yet, which is very strange, because even though we had to take different flights, we figured we'd get into Phoenix at about the same time. Being here without them feels odd. After all, the Raleighs are their aunt and uncle, not mine. I wouldn't even be here if Bess and George hadn't begged them to invite me out to the ranch for 2 weeks, too. Until about 3 months ago, the Raleighs owned a clothing store. Bess said it was always their dream to sell the store and buy a cattle ranch. I hope they're okay, but frankly, as beautiful as Shadow Ranch is, I'm starting to get a bad feeling about this place. Love, Nancy.
Alright, and we're right into it. Now, they did say for us to go ahead and call the aunt and uncle, so we'll go ahead and do that first. Oh, not the way.
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed as done.
What the heck? Why didn't... I'm an idiot. Okay, directory. Relics.
Hello?
Hello, Mrs. Raleigh. It's Nancy Drew.
Nancy! Are you at the ranch?
Yes, and I'm a little concerned that you're not. Is everything all right?
Oh, everything's fine. I mean, it is now. It wasn't last night, of course.
Everything would have been fine last night if you hadn't made such a fuss.
How could I not make a fuss? There was a rattlesnake in our bedroom, for Pete's sake.
Did you say rattlesnake?
I told Ed to leave it alone and let one of the hands get it out of there, but no, Ed started poking at it with my yardstick, and all of a sudden it leapt up and bit him.
How bad?
Well, his arm swelled up something awful, and he was feeling pretty poorly by the time we finally got him here.
I was fine. She's exaggerating.
Oh, Ed, you wish. Anyway, dear, he's doing much better today, and the doctors think he'll be well enough to go home in a day or so.
I'm well enough to go home right now.
No, you're not. If I don't stay here with him, he'll get up and walk right out that door.
No, I won't.
What can I do to help you?
Oh, nothing, dear. Absolutely nothing. You just go get a horse from Tex. He's the head wrangler, and go riding to your heart's content. I told Shorty to go ahead with the cookout I planned for tonight, and...
The envelope. Have her take that envelope to Mary.
Oh, good idea. There's an envelope in the roll-top desk in the den marked Mary. If you could ride over to Mary Yazzy's and give it to her, we'd really appreciate it.
I'd love to. Is there an address on the envelope?
Dave will tell you how to get there.
She's gonna have to get the key to the desk from him, too.
Oh, that's right. I always lock the roll-top. Dave has the key. Oh, dear. It seems like there was something else I wanted to tell you.
The horse, Bet. Tell her about the phantom horse.
Did he say phantom horse?
Yes. You see, last night we...
Hello, Mr. Raleigh. Time for those tests.
Uh-oh. We have to go. Don't worry about us, dear. You just go have fun. Just be sure to wear a hat and drink plenty of water. It's gonna be another hot one. Bye!
No, wait. Just tell me about the... phantom horse?
Okay. So next I'm going to go ahead... Oh, I'm an idiot. Hang on.
We're sorry. Your call...
Yeah, I know. I'm an idiot. Go back. Let's go ahead and call Bess.
Hello?
Hi, Bess. It's me. I'm at the ranch. Where are you guys?
Omaha.
Omaha? As in Nebraska?
Our plane had to land here so they could fix some radio problem, and now they're saying... It's Nancy. Hi, Nancy.
Hi, George.
Now they're saying we may be here for hours.
Hours? You're kidding.
Who knows what's really going on?
Yeah, no one around here ever gives you a straight answer.
So what's going on there?
A lot. Last night, Uncle Ed and Aunt Bet found a rattlesnake in their room.
Oh my gosh! Are they okay?
Well, actually, it bit Uncle Ed.
Is he all right?
He will be. Right now, he's in the hospital. He'll probably be there for a day or two. Aunt Bet's staying with him.
Oh my gosh!
And apparently a phantom horse showed up at just about the same time as that snake.
A phantom horse?
Of all the times to get stranded in some stupid airport. Look, you just better keep us posted, Nancy Drew. That's all I gotta say. We're so bored. George just bought a book on 19th century clothing and accessories.
George did?
It's the only thing in the bookstore here that looked halfway interesting. So if you need to know anything that's even remotely related to 19th century fashion, let us know, okay?
Sounds good to me.
So what else has been going on?
Let's see.
I'm not sure what I should do next.
Check that task list you keep in your notepad.
Or the case notes you
Owl's
keep
just
there.
giving me
Maybe
tips
those
now.
will help.
How about some hints?
I think that can be arranged.
What do you need?
That's it for now.
Thanks
How about
for
some
calling.
hints?
Bye,
What do you
Nan.
need? Nothing. Never mind. Okay. So, wait, why are you still lit up? Is it because of the web? Rattlesnake. I didn't mean to click on scorpions. Okay, I'll read you a little bit of scorpions. Okay. Let's get our microphone up here. A scorpion is a venomous arachnid whose sting can cause discomfort and even death in humans. Like spiders, the scorpion has pedipalps. But unlike those of spiders, its pedipalps are pincher-like, resembling tiny lobster claws. Its body is elongated and its abdomen consists of 12 segments, the last 5 of which form its tail. At the end of its tail is its venom glands and its stinger. Scorpions are nocturnal hunters, feeding on insects, spiders, centipedes, and each other. Oh, I didn't know they eat each other. Okay. Several species can be found in Arizona. There's a picture. The striped tail scorpion is about 2 inches long, with stripes on the upper side of its body. It is a burrowing scorpion and usually found outdoors. Campers may find them under sleeping bags or shoes. The Arizona hairy scorpion is 5 to 7 inches long. Ooh, that's a big one. I really didn't know scorpions got that big. Okay. And is pale yellow and brown or olive green. It is attracted to water and at night may be found around swimming pools, as well as outdoor lights, to which food, prey, such as crickets, cockroaches, and moths are attracted as well. The bark scorpion is 3 inches long, has a yellow or light tan body, and has a very thin tail. Because it is a climbing scorpion, can slip through cracks only 1/16 of an inch wide, and is attracted to moisture. It is the scorpion most likely to be found inside homes. This is unfortunate because while the sting of the striped-tailed scorpion or the Arizona hairy scorpion is considered no more serious than the sting of ants, bees, or wasps, unless the victim happens to be allergic, the sting of the bark scorpion can be very serious. Symptoms of a bark scorpion sting include severe pain and swelling at the site of the sting, numbness, difficulty breathing, muscle twitching, and convulsions. The victim of a bark scorpion sting should seek immediate medical attention. But because scorpion stings are not that common and because the antivenom used to treat stings is very effective, death is rare. Well, that's comforting. I meant, though, to click on snakes. Rattlesnakes. What? Am I losing my mind? I couldn't. There it goes. Okay. Rattlesnakes in Arizona. Out of the 17 types of rattlesnakes that call Arizona home, the western diamondback, Croctalus atrox, is the most common. It gets its name from the brown and tan diamond-shaped markings on its back, and adults are commonly 4 to 5 feet long. It has a flat triangular shaped head, long tubular retractable fangs. Where am I? I just lost my place. La, 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 la. Long tubular retractable fangs, oval eyes, oval eye pupils, a thin neck, a thick, powerful body, and a white tail with black rings, at the end of which is usually, although not always, a rattle. Okay, so some rattlesnakes don't have rattles? Then are they really a rattlesnake? Okay. Although they are usually found on dry land, they are excellent swimmers. Diamondbacks hibernate in the winter in rocky crevices or holes. In the cooler months of spring, they may be found in open areas where they soak up sun. While in the hot summer months, they tend to remain in the shade in the daytime, doing most of their hunting at night. They feed on small mammals, lizards, and birds, which they inject with venom, then swallow whole, eating every 2 to 3 weeks. Baby rattlesnakes are born live and are extremely poisonous from birth. When disturbed, most rattlesnakes will try to withdraw, but if it feels threatened, a rattlesnake will coil defensively and usually, though unfortunately not always, shake its rattle in warning. If you encounter a rattlesnake, leave it alone and leave the area immediately. Chances are, that's not what the uncle did. Chances are, when you return, the snake will be gone. Most people are bitten when they choose to disturb or attempt to handle a rattlesnake. Rattlesnake bites can be fatal. If you are bitten, you should not apply a tourniquet, cut the bite site, and try to suck out the venom, as many old first aid books suggested, nor should you apply ice to the site or immerse the bite in a bucket of ice water. Instead, remain calm. Wash the bite with soap and water. Keep the bitten area still and lower than the heart, and go immediately to the nearest hospital. Do not waste time trying to capture or kill the snake. Contrary to popular belief, it is not necessary to know exactly what type of snake you were bitten by in order to receive effective medical treatment. The bite of a rattlesnake is instantly painful. Swelling occurs within minutes. Discoloration occurs within hours. Some victims experience a metallic or rubber taste in the mouth. Nausea, chills, sweating, and weakness are common symptoms. At the hospital, victims are treated with antivenom. Because the venom of a diamondback is hemotoxic, it can cause blood clotting problems. But happily, the majority of rattlesnake bites are successfully treated with as little as 2 to 3 days of hospitalization. Okay. We shall return to that another time. Go away. There we go. Okay. Let's talk to this guy.
Hey, you must be Nancy. I'm the cook, Shorty Thurmond. Welcome to Shadow Ranch. Come on over here and tell me about yourself. You have talked to the Rawleys, right?
I have, and I still can't believe what happened to Ed.
That is creepy, isn't it? But the horse, that was even creepier. See, I was just about to crawl into bed last night when all of a sudden this glowing horse comes galloping up outside. It stops and rears and paws, whinnying and snorting. Then it just wheels around and gallops off into the night. It was Dirk Valentine's horse, you know. Now it's a phantom.
Dirk Valentine?
Dirk Valentine was an outlaw around here back in the 1880s. Legend has it he was in love with Frances Humber. She lived right here on Shadow Ranch. Unfortunately, her daddy was the sheriff.
Something tells me this story does not have a happy ending.
Because of him, Valentine was captured and eventually hanged. Ever since, the ghost of his horse has been roaming the desert, cursing whoever sees him with bad luck.
What a great story.
Story? All I know is Ed Raleigh sees the horse, and what happens less than 2 minutes later? He gets bit by a rattlesnake. You do the math.
Well, I'd better get going.
Drop by anytime.
Okay. There's that.
You talked to the Raleighs?
I sure did. Do you think Ed's gonna be all right?
He'll be okay. Getting bit by a rattler's no picnic, but it sounds like he's out of the woods.
Shorty told me about the phantom horse that appeared just before it happened. Did you see it too?
It was the strangest thing I've ever seen. Guess you're gonna be asking me a lot of questions, huh?
Sorry.
I don't know. Why do you ask?
The Raleighs said you were a detective.
Amateur detective. It's just kind of a hobby.
I'm gonna be honest with you, ma'am. We were short a couple hands to begin with, and now with the Raleighs gone and everybody on edge over what happened last night, well, this is not a good time to be visiting Shadow Ranch, that's all.
Let's see. How do you think that Rattlesnake wound up in the Raleigh's bedroom? The Raleighs asked me to take... Yeah, let's do this one.
The Raleighs asked me to take something out to Mary Yazi's, but it's in the den in the roll-top desk, which is locked. They said you had the key?
Sure do. They gave me their key ring at the hospital.
Great, thanks.
To get to Mary's shop, just follow the trail that goes northeast out of the corral. Can't miss it. And I should probably warn you, she doesn't like the Raleighs.
How do you know?
It's just the feeling I get when I talk to her, that's all.
How do you think that rattlesnake wound up in the Raleigh's bedroom?
Probably crawled in through a mouse hole sometime during the day and took a nap. Nighttime's when they're most active. Something the Raleighs found out the hard way.
Has anything like that ever happened here before?
Not since I've been here.
I talked to my friends, Bess and George. Their plane's been delayed. They aren't sure when they're going to get here.
Sorry to hear that. Well, to be honest, I'm not, really. Driving back and forth to the airport takes a lot of time, and time's one thing we're all running kind of short of around here.
I'll let you get back to work.
Take care.
Come on.
That's done. Check.
Check all that. Let's go inside and go through that desk. Because we're Nancy Drew, which means we're real Nancy. This. To Ed and Bet Raleigh. Let's be real Southern, because we're kind of Southern. Okay. Just because you fired me, don't make another mistake and think that you've heard the last of me, because you haven't. We all know that I deserved a second chance. Letting me go without giving me one was just plain wrong.
Sounds like this Jane Nash person has it out for the Raleighs.
In fact, you know what your problem is? You don't believe in justice. But see, I do. That's the way my brother and I were raised. Justice always prevails, although sometimes it needs a little help. You'll see. Jane Nash.
The Raleighs sold a trunk full of junk to Mary Yazzie.
It's probably like not stuff she was interested in. She feels like she got gypped because $85 is kind of expensive for a box of junk. Well, trunks can be expensive, but you know. Still lit up. Let's see if I have anything else on here. No.
Frances Humber. So that's what she looked like.
Oh, that's the person that Shorty was talking about. 1 pinch less than 1/8 teaspoon dry. 1 dash, 3 drops to 1/4 teaspoon liquid. 3 teaspoons equals 1 tablespoon equals 1/2 ounce liquid. Oh, okay. So it's measurements. Okay, that's helpful. I mean, if you need measurements, it's helpful. Okay. What's over here? Oh, I can't touch it. Whatever. What's over here? I'm Nancy Drew, so I'm just naturally super easy. Come out of here. And
I haven't done that yet.
It wants me to look around in the desk, which I already did, but I guess I'll go back and look again. I already did that. Can I check it off now?
Can't check that off till it's done.
It says, as long as I've got the key, I might as well take a good look around the desk and a good look inside that desk. I am. Now can I check it off?
Can't check that off till it's done.
I have. Okay. Let's do it again. Oh! Okay, I missed something. Now, can I take it off my list?
I haven't done that yet.
Okay, let's go back outside. Like I said, I played this a tiny bit, and I didn't have that issue. I'm almost through that part. I told you I didn't play much. Here, turn this way, because this guy scared me last time.
So which one are you?
Excuse me?
The Raleigh said they were going to be inviting some young ladies out here. I take it you're one of them.
Yes, I'm Nancy Drew. And you are?
I'm the head wrangler. You want to ride, you come to me. You prove to me you know what you're doing, I may just let you.
Okay. Kind of acts like he owns the place. Let's see.
How do I prove to you I know what I'm doing?
First thing you're gonna do is never ride unless you're wearing a hat and gloves. And unless you got a full canteen of water. You can wear that hat over there. It's Mrs. Raleigh's. Got a helmet built right in. Her gloves are on the saddle you'll be using. And you can get a canteen from Shorty. Then you're gonna saddle and bridle your horse. No need to brush him. I do that when I bring him in. Then you're gonna lead him to the mountain block in the corral and mount up. Then I'm gonna ask you some questions. You can't ride outside the corral till you get all the answers right.
Once I pass your test, can I ride any time I want?
Long as you talk to me first. When you're done riding, you're gonna dismount, hook your horse up, take the saddle and bridle off and put 'em back where you got 'em. Always keep your gloves with your saddle.
Do these horses ground tie?
Yep. If you get off when you're on the trail, don't tie your reins to nothing. Just drop 'em. And barring an earthquake or something, old Bob will stay put.
Bob? Who's Bob?
The bay over there. Name's Bob. That's who I'm putting you on.
Let's see. Bob the horse. Okay. His voice kind of creeps me out. Anybody else? Just me? It does. It kind of creeps me out.
Did you see the phantom horse last night?
I saw something. Just what? I still ain't sure.
May I go riding now?
Nope. With the Raleighs gone, the ranch is real short-handed. Before you ride, you're gonna have to go see if Shorty's got any chores that need doing.
Okay.
Gotta get a canteen from him anyway.
Talk to you later.
No hurry.
Oh wait, he said I could get. Do I need to do it? Well, I have it now. Wait, there were gloves on a saddle. Oh, I took the whole saddle. I'm just gonna walk around with it? Okay. I didn't do this before. I just...
Well, hello there. You got some friends back there?
Let's see if I can... I probably can't. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna walk around with an entire saddle in my pocket, but okay.
Hi there. You two aren't too shabby looking
Cute.
either.
Cute. Okay. What's my checklist say? Can I click?
Can't check that off yet.
Ask Shorty if he has any chores for me to do. Yes, and let's...
I don't want to lug this saddle around all day. I should put it back.
Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, so the gloves in the saddle, I'll just get when I need them. Or when I can put them on the horse. Like I said, I didn't do that last time. Oh, my nose. So I need to ask. There we go. Inside, talk to...
Hey there, Nancy. Man, I wish the Raleighs were here.
Me too. It'll be nice to talk to them in person.
I'm really looking forward to you and me sitting down and having a nice conversation, especially with all the weird stuff that's going on. I'm so busy getting all their chores done in addition to my own that I barely have time to talk to myself, let alone to you. Enough of me complaining. What's up?
Tex said I should get a canteen from you and see if there are any chores you'd like me to do.
Music to my ears. First thing you can do for me is go out to the garden and pick all the ripe vegetables. You know what ripe vegetables look like, don't you?
You bet I do.
Good, 'cause if you pick vegetables that aren't ripe yet, I'll be real ticked. You can put 'em in the vegetable basket that's hanging outside. And one more thing. Sometime today, I need you to build a cooking fire in the pit outside. I'll light it when I'm ready to start cooking. And be sure to fill the bucket out there with water and leave it by the pit. You know, just in case something catches on fire that isn't supposed to. The Raleighs wanted to have a cookout tonight, and by golly, we're gonna have a cookout no matter who is or isn't here.
Well, I'd better get going.
Pleasure talking to you.
Okay, that's as far as I got previously, so let's progress to go. He said the basket was outside. The basket was hanging outside. Up here? Oh, okay.
Oh man, no wonder I'm sweating.
Oh, it's almost 90 degrees. Okay. Fahrenheit. Okay. Oh, triple things. Okay.
Can't check that off yet.
Come over here. Can I get these sticks now? I knew they looked like something I could get. Okay. Probably. probably messed up. Black turtle. I'm sure I did that incorrect.
It's so hot, I should get these vegetables into Shorty right away.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Pick those vegetables for me yet?
You betcha.
Oh no, you got stuff in here that isn't ripe yet. Picking stuff before it's ripe is a waste of perfectly good food. So don't do it again, you hear? Now, second thing I need you to do for me is take this, go out to the chicken coop and fill it up with eggs. Just be careful of that basket. It's kinda old. And don't forget to build me that campfire like I asked.
You got it.
Got those eggs for me?
Not yet.
I need those eggs, Nancy.
I didn't mean to click on you. I meant to click back. Okay. Why's my phone? What does it want me to do?
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed.
Get your chores done. Fill the bucket.
I'm finished with that. I'm finished with that. That's done.
Okay, now it let me click that, so it must have just needed time or something. I don't know. Okay. Let's come over here. This, we saw that this has water. One here. Yeah, sink. It. Put my sticks in. No. Yeah, we're gonna make a fire. We gotta have wood. Here and here. Nice. Okay. That's front. Oh, that's awful. Weird angle. This one. Perfect. And let's do this. Wait, I see the point in it. Middle? Maybe? Or
There. Just call me Nancy Paul Bunyan Drew.
okay. Wood. Here I need. More sticks. Nice. Chicken. Anybody lay today? Right click pieces to rotate. Oh. Okay. Yeah, maybe it was here. Too long. Here? Ah. Here? Okay. Let's see. Let's put this down. Too long for any of those. And has to go here. Has to go this way. Here. That might be the only place. Yeah. So that's top. Here. And anything. Is that too short? I don't know about that one. Let's see here. This one has to go here. This will be very long. So here. I think it goes this way. Yeah, because this pattern repeats. Okay, makes sense. And that works, that works. This would have to, okay, this makes sense now. Okay. Here. And you actually here. And here.
There. Am I good or what? Voila!
Awesome. Am I done?
Oh no! There's a hole in it.
I just fixed it. Was that supposed to happen? That's bull. I fixed it before. That shouldn't have happened. He needs those eggs. There aren't any now. Even though I fixed it, and then it just magically poofed itself back broken again. Actually, turn back. Turn back. There. You want some? Okay. That's disappointing.
Hello, Nancy. Something I can do for you?
How long have you worked here?
About as long as the Raleighs have lived here. About 3 months, I guess. I was their first hire. First me, then Tex, then Shorty.
Tex. Okay, the guy that didn't give us a name.
Tex seems a little ornery.
He does his job and he does it good. Far as I'm concerned, that's all that's important.
I'll let you get back to work.
See you later.
Okay, let me put the sticks here.
Wonder who wrote this.
We'll need more V if triangle V soon. Check window backwards P. Again, no love. I don't know what that was. Okay. Can I put the blender here?
Not yet.
Really? Okay, do I want to put the logs first?
Not yet.
That sucks. I can go back in, but it's not going to magically have eggs.
Ow! 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 Yikes! Maybe I'll come back when she's not in such a foul mood.
Foul mood, that's funny. Okay. I guess I was meant to break the first couple eggs. Okay.
She may be ill-tempered, but she's one of our best egg producers, dear. Didn't you see what I wrote by her nest?
Well, yes.
I didn't.
Then why did you try to get her egg when she was sitting on it?
Because I thought I could.
I happen to like that chicken.
I know you do, Ed. Birds of a feather. So not only have you traumatized one of our best hens, but it appears that you can't be trusted to read and obey simple written instructions.
It won't happen again, Aunt Bet.
Well, Nancy, you're right about that.
Oh no! Oh no. Okay. Alright, now that we're back to the point of the chicken fiasco, let's search around for the eggs so that we can drop them. They were over here at the end, weren't they? Brakes!
no.
Oh no!
There's a hole in it.
And magic! Okay. Now let's leave. Can't hear. Let's leave. And turn right back around and go in. She's here. Everybody else's eggs. Don't touch hers. Okay. Learned my lesson. For some reason, they love that chicken. Who knows?
I was right. It's hot.
You can find more eggs than that.
I can?
Okay. I guess I have to get the eggs from that one white chicken. Why are you lit up? Let's call Bess. See what she says.
Hi, guys.
So what Aunt Bet and Uncle Ed say?
Get this. Last night, Uncle Ed and Aunt Bet found a rattlesnake in their room.
Oh my gosh! Are they okay?
Well, actually, it bit Uncle Ed.
Is he all right?
He will be. Right now, he's in the hospital. He'll probably be there for a day or two. Aunt Bet's staying with him.
Oh my gosh!
And apparently a phantom horse showed up at just about the same time as that snake.
A phantom horse?
Of all the times to get stranded in some stupid airport. Look, you just better keep us posted, Nancy Drew. That's all I gotta say.
Apparently last night, this glowing horse came galloping up out of nowhere, caused a huge commotion, then went galloping off and disappeared.
It was glowing?
Evidently, it was pretty spooky.
You're there investigating phantom horses, and what are we doing? A big fat nothing. That does it, George. We're suing the airline.
Let's see. Let's see. Don't you think it's kind of odd? Yeah.
Don't you think it's kind of odd how that rattlesnake showed up in the Raleigh's bedroom right after that phantom horse showed up outside?
You don't buy that it was an unfortunate coincidence?
I think it was more like a well-planned distraction.
So you're saying someone used the horse to lure everyone outside, then put the snake in their room, knowing no one would be watching?
It's possible, don't you think?
But if you're right, it means someone wants to hurt Aunt Bet and Uncle Ed. Oh my gosh! If you're right, it means that someone is on the ranch.
And whoever it is must be working with an accomplice. You know, someone to wrangle the horse.
So everyone there is a suspect.
That's right.
Well, you don't have to sound so happy about it.
Let's see. The cook.
The cook, Shorty Thurmond, he says the phantom horse belonged to this outlaw named Dirk Valentine, who was hanged back in the 1880s.
Is this Valentine guy a phantom too?
I don't think so.
Well, how come his horse got to become a phantom and he didn't?
Bess, phantoms don't really exist, okay?
According to legend, seeing the horse is bad luck.
I believe it. I mean, look at what happened to the guy who owned him.
I'm not sure what I should do next.
Check that task list you keep in your notepad.
Or the case notes you keep there. Maybe those will help.
That's it for now.
2 words, Nancy.
Call us.
Okay.
I haven't done that yet. Check.
And I know I have. Oh yeah, you wanted. I know. Wanted more eggs. Let's see if white chicken's. I'll check again. Is it just that one extra egg? I know you can find more eggs. Probably would.
Got those eggs for me?
Right here.
Good for you. Anything I can do for you now?
Let's see.
Do you think I could get a canteen of water from you?
Got one right here. You're good to go.
Perfect.
Well, I'd better get going.
Drop by anytime.
Hello,
Anything
Nancy.
else I can say to him?
Something I can do for you?
How long have you worked here?
About as long as the Raleighs have lived here. About 3 months, I guess. I was their first hire. First me, then Tex, then Shorty.
Tex seems a little ornery.
He does his job and he does it good. Far as I'm concerned, that's all that's important.
I'll let you get back to work.
Ma'am?
Ma'am. I don't know what else I need for this fire. I feel like I have everything, but maybe it'll let me do it now. Come back here.
I need to start with tinder.
Okay, how do I... Maybe there's some tinder inside. I don't know, because I can't find any out here. Okay, let's go look inside and see if there's any tinder. There would be. There's a fireplace. I just didn't walk over here. The tumbleweed times. Ooh, highs of 118 degrees. That's pretty toasty. It's 30 cents. Oh, that's cheap. Okay, paint dries in record time due to record heat. Yeah, makes sense.
Bank robbers?
Oh. Denver bank robbers spotted at local gas station. Clark's description of clothing, car, green tinted sunglasses match that of witness $200,000 heist. Okay, I just need 2. What is this book? City Slicker's Guide to Ranch Horses, Book 1. Okay. This is a long read. So, back up. This way, yeah. Okie dokie now. This is not yet.
So far, so good. That should do it. There, one extremely well-built campfire, if I do say so myself.
Great looking fire, Nancy. Nice job.
That was Shorty's voice, but where did he go? Let me go to my checklist.
That's done. I'm finished with that.
Okay, I'm done with everything. Let's see if he has anything else for me to do or has anything else to say.
Miss Nancy, how may I be of service?
Well, I'd better get going.
Pleasure talking to you.
Okay, so. Why does this keep lighting up? Why? Yeah.
Need something?
May I go riding now?
Yep, if you got everything I told you need, and you think you know your stuff when it comes to horses, old Bob's all yours.
Talk to you later.
Yahoo!
Okay. Alright, let's come over here. Let's go ahead and get this. Put it on old Bob. Maybe. Okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up right here. And next time, whenever we come back, I will figure out how to do everything I need to get on the horse, and we will continue the story and hopefully get through another portion. Hopefully we'll figure out, maybe not next episode, but I mean, we're on our way. And it was pretty fun. It's a cute little game. So, anyways, I'll see y'all next time. As always, stay happy, stay healthy, be nice to each other. Don't put up with people's BS. I love y'all. Bye!